So it's finally happened. Giannis has been traded. The Bucks decided to send Bobby Portis and Giannis over to the Heat in exchange for Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Yakashonis, and Kalel Ware. 3 first-round picks, a pick swap, and a second-round pick. A lot, if you ask me, but Giannis has finally been traded. So the Heat now have some interesting decisions to make. Giannis and Bam, obviously, they're big two, but they need to bring back Norman Powell. They have Andrew Wiggins in his big contract as well. Pele Larson was a good piece to keep. And then they also have Davion Mitchell and Jovic here too. So how are we going to rebuild the Heat today? How are we going to get them a championship? I think we just need to add some scoring and some shooting around Giannis and Bam. So let's kind of go through Eric Spoelstra we're going to keep around, and let's kind of head into the NBA draft. Now, I'm thinking we probably need to get into this draft somehow. I don't know how we're going to do that. I'm thinking we need to potentially. I kind of want to flip Bobby Portis. We know we can do that at the deadline, but he's an expiring contract. So if we put Bobby Portis in here too, potentially Drew Smith as well. I think this could, like, Drew Smith is a good player, but I think if we want to maybe get into like the 20s, we can definitely use these pieces to do that. So someone like Atlanta, would they be willing to part with the 23rd pick? Because they also have pick 8 and a second round pick too. So if we go Bobby Portis and Drew Smith, and I'll even throw in the second rounder that we have here too, all for pick, I think we can maybe get, like, the 76ers can't afford that. Like maybe pick 20. I don't know who has pick 20. But that might be where we kind of settle here. The Spurs have picked 20. Would they do Bobby Portis and Drew Smith? I mean, they do need a power forward. Let's just see if they'll accept this. I think they will accept it, but we're just going to make that trade anyway. Okay, perfect. So we get pick 20 in this year's draft, which could be a nice piece moving forward. So Dalen Swain is potentially a good pickup. I do like Christian Anderson a lot. He kind of fell in this draft. Whereas Johnson looks good too. Like Jaden Quintains will be good, but I don't think he's going to be there. I mean, Christian Anderson sounds like a good pickup, a point guard that we can develop, especially because we just gave away Drew Smith. So there's the top 3. I think I would go Debansa, Peterson, then Boozer. So rookie signing, we'll sign Christian Anderson. I really like that trade for us. We free up a little bit of salary cap. Myron Gardner, like, I guess we can offer a contract too. Actually, no, we'll decline it and see if we can. Like, he'll probably accept the minimum anyway, but we might decline it. Pele Larson will bring back, and Wiggins accepts his player up to qualifying offer. I'm not going to give any of these guys the qualifying offer, and then we're here at free agency. So Norman Powell, I think we're going to do maybe a 2-year deal. We'll overpay him a little bit. I think we'll offer him this, but we'll do a team option, and we can maybe accept that next year and then trade him on. So Norman Powell is going to agree to that. Everyone else here, we're just going to let walk. That's completely fine. We'll keep the talks open with Fontecchio, and then once we do that, that is good. So let's have a look at this roster real quick. So we have Jovic. I'm going to move Jovic back to a small forward, and then we're going to try and trade him. Pele Larson, I think we can leave there as a shooting guard. Wiggins, we're going to move to a small forward. We might look to trade him as well. And then, yeah, everyone else is good. Okay, so we need a point guard. And I know Jovic is kind of like a Heat original player. Like, he's been around for quite some time now. When was he drafted? It was drafted in 2023. Yeah, been around for quite some time now. But then we have Andrew Wiggins' big contract. Now, Wiggins could be a good piece, but I'm thinking we really need a good point guard here to help the scoring, help play make a little bit. So I don't think the 76ers will give up on Maxey, but I don't know. Someone like a Josh Giddey would be interesting. It's not much shooting going on there. We can potentially look at Garland. Ja Morant would be interesting, especially now that they just picked up Darren Peterson. Like, Ja Morant could definitely be a good pickup for us, but I'm thinking maybe we just look at someone like Keontae George would be good. If they got Peterson, I would probably be looking at Keontae George, but this is an interesting one. like Jalen Suggs, but Jalen Suggs is more a two guard. Anthony Black's interesting. Nolan Traore. Yeah, there's no one really jumping out at me too much. Like Andrew Nembhard shoots 36% from three. Um, yeah, I don't really know. None of these options are really jumping out at me too much here. Like, could we potentially try and get De'Aaron Fox in a trade? If we offer Jovic and Wiggins for Fox, Fox would be really interesting. And the Spurs, they need some wings, and Wiggins and Jovic could be good for them. De'Aaron Fox, I know he's a point guard, and he wasn't amazing for them last year. So let's see if they'll consider this deal. They say no. We don't really have any players that I'll be willing to depart with. We do have a 2029 first round pick that we can throw in here too. So Wiggins, Jovic, and a first round pick for De'Aaron Fox. What do they say? They say no. Okay. Yeah, I know. In real life, they would probably potentially do that. Just because of what happened in the playoffs. Like an AJ Mitchell would be really cool, but I don't think OKC are going to be looking to trade him. So yeah, I think the point guard market might not be what we want it to be. Like, I don't think we're going to get an AJ Mitchell. Okay, so let's just not do this for now. Let's instead look what we can maybe get in the free agency market. So Anthony Simons is there and Kobe White. I'm gonna go Kobe White. Let's offer him a 3-year deal worth 8.25 mil. And is he going to accept? He does. All right, so we're going to renounce the rights on pretty much all these dudes here. Myron Gardner and Fontecchio will keep. So Kobe White, we signed Kobe White. We could move him to the. I think he's better as a shooting guard, but like yeah, he's definitely a good piece. So we can then definitely offer Scottie Pippen Jr. a contract. I don't hate that. We can go a 2-year deal for Scottie Pippen. He's a good scorer. So there we go. Okay, so now if we go over here and we move our guy Kobe White to the shooting guard spot. He goes up a little bit, and then we can do him as a backup point guard. That actually sounds pretty good to me. So far we got Davion Mitchell, Scottie Pippen. We got Norman Powell and Kobe White. We got Wiggins and Larson. I still think we move Wiggins and Jovic. I don't know. Something about them just screams like one move, and then we can potentially find someone. So Paul George, like honestly, Paul George is an interesting one. Okoro, Aldama, Dyson Daniels would be pretty cool. Dyson Daniels would actually be very interesting. That's a big contract. Then we get Corey Kispert too. So then we can play Norman Powell at the 3 and put Dyson Daniels back at the 2. Miles Bridges, DeAndre Hunter, Malik Monk. See, that's not bad either. Jalen Suggs. Okay. This Jalen Suggs idea actually is jumping out at me because we can move him to the 2 guard. And that's not a bad idea. But then it's going to be Davion Mitchell and Jalen Suggs. And I don't really love that. So Pascal Siakam. Okay. Very interesting. Like an RJ Barrett and move him to the 3. Jalen Green would be insane for this team. Jalen Green, I don't know what his value would be. Okay, let's see if we can get Jalen Green. I don't want Jordan Goodwin, so yeah, we're gonna have to potentially take on a player here from the Suns. So if we go Iguodala instead, Wiggins, Jovic, and a first-round pick for Jalen Green and Iguodala. What did they say? They say they want Kobe White. I don't want to go up Kobe White. Yeah, I don't hate this idea. I'm not taking on Kevin Porter Jr. Royce O'Neal's got a big contract, but I don't hate that. Would they do this trade instead? They will want Davion Mitchell for Colin Gillespie. No, they gave him a big contract. We're not trading Giannis. Is there anyone that I'd be willing? I can't really give any of these guys up. What if we take out Jovic and Royce O'Neal and we just say Wiggins for Green with a first round pick? They want Davion Mitchell for Colin Gillespie. I kind of wanted to win with Davion Mitchell. Yeah, I don't know if we can get this done. Do we go back to the original trade then? Like, I don't really want Jordan Goodwin, and they just re-signed him. So, okay, we go Wiggins, we go Jovic. Let's see if we can just do another trade. So Kamara, Naz Reid as a backup sounds interesting. I really like this Jalen Green trade. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's do this Jalen Green trade. Um, yeah, Wiggins, Jovic, for Jalen Green and Jordan Goodwin. Let's do that trade. So, I mean, Jordan Goodwin, if anything, is a good scorer off the bench, which means then we can move Norman Powell to the small forward spot. And yeah, we still like I shouldn't have signed. I think we still maybe flip Jordan Goodwin. I don't know what for, like just a backup power forward potentially, and then we can maybe sign someone else. So Jordan Goodwin, the Bulls would give us a first round pick. I don't really think that would happen. The Hornets would give us a first round pick. Goga, uh, none of these really jump out at me too much. Detroit really want Jordan Goodwin. Okay, let's go back to Detroit here, and let's we're not going to accept that. We're gonna just ask for, I don't know, 2 seconds, and we'll get rid of this first, and then we'll just flip Jordan Goodwin for 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, perfect. So let's go and sign a power forward really quick. Trendon Watford's here. Georges Niang's here. None of these sound amazing. Give me Dominic Barlow on the minimum if he would accept that. He does. And then let's go get another center. We'll take ourselves. All these guys are a bit older. Micah Potter, sure. We'll get Micah Potter here. He accepts. And then, yeah, I think we're good. First season in charge of the Heat. Player progression. Bam's down 1. Norman Powell's down 2. It's all right. It is what it is. So let's simulate to next season. I don't know if I'll stop at the deadline or not. We made some big moves, obviously acquiring Giannis. So we go 50 and 32. Not too bad. Cade Cunningham, MVP. Darren Peterson, Rookie of the Year. Six-man Jaden Ivey on the Bucks. Depoy, Wemby. Dennis Jenkins, Most Improved. Jamal Murray, Clutch Player. Coach of the Year, Chris Finch, winning 63 games. So lots of competition there. Giannis is on our NBA first team. And that is going to be it. Giannis on defensive team, and Bam here too, and no rookies because we didn't really play any rookies. So we are the 3 seed, which isn't too bad. I will draw Boston in round 1, who really wanted Giannis. They're offering Jaylen Brown for Giannis, which was nuts. They are your points per game, they are your rebounds, they are your assists. So pretty interesting stuff. Kobe White was pretty good. Jalen Green was pretty good as well. Yeah, 50, almost 40, and 73. Kobe White, yeah, off the bench, that's good. 50, almost 40 as well, and 80. Scottie Pippen was good. Norman Powell was okay. Pele Larson, I mean, in limited time, that 3-point percentage is yuck. But, I mean, limited time, he did what he could. So we draw Boston, round number 1. Interested to see if they made any changes. No, they didn't. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting team. Okay, game 1 goes to Boston. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to Boston. Game 5 goes to us. And game 6 goes to us. Okay, so we get through the first round and we draw New York, the reigning champions here. That's going to be very interesting. So Giannis definitely led the way. Bam was good. Yeah, everyone kind of stepping up, which is nice to see. So I don't know if we want to drop this to an 8-man rotation. They want to play Kobe Brown. I've been playing Micah Potter in this lineup instead, like just as some backup center minutes. So we'll go 10 minutes to him, 15 minutes to Scottie Pippen. I'll go 18 to Larson, and we'll go 25 to White. So we'll go Norman Powell, 32. Davion Mitchell can go 30. Jalen Green can go 34. 38 and 35 to those guys. 3 more minutes. How's Pele Larson been? Oh, okay. Pele Larson is going to get less minutes. What's Scottie Pippen doing? He's doing okay. We'll give him some more minutes. And then that's terrible by Scottie Pippen, to be honest. 6 more minutes. I guess we'll go just to rely on the starters a little bit more. I don't love it. And we'll go 2 more to Kobe White. Okay. So against New York, have they made any changes or trades? No, they haven't. Game 1 goes to New York. Game 2 goes to New York. Okay, so maybe we just reset this lineup and see what they want to do. Okay, so we win game 3. We lose game 4, and I think we might be going home here. I think we might be going home here. We'll simcast these last few games. So game 5, we're not at home, so we're away here, and we're going to get blown out, which is crazy. Yeah, we get absolutely blown out. So 40, is that 42? Yeah, 42 points. I can't even do maths right now. Wow, we lose to New York, and it's Ant versus Cat, and Timberwolves win in 5. Anthony Edwards is your finals MVP. Okay, interesting stuff. So we've got a couple retirees. We'll overwrite Steph. We'll overwrite James Harden as well, and then KD can get overridden. Jimmy Butler can get overridden too. Paul George, they can get stuck with that contract for one more year. So heading down to league meetings, I'll make sure all these are ejected, and then we'll go down to the draft lottery, where we do not own our pick, unfortunately. We don't have any picks in this year's draft. It's going to the Hornets there at number 25. So interesting stuff. We'll go down to NBA draft. And did we have a second round pick? I think we do have a second round pick actually. So we can look to draft. Let's take Thomas Levovicic here. Take a center, 7-1 from Illinois. Rookie signing. Make sure we sign him. Team player options. So Giannis opts out. Jalen Green opts in, and Norman Powell we're going to pick up too. So we need to pay Giannis the big money, which we're going to do. Johnny Davis we're going to let go. Kobe Brown we're going to let go. They didn't play for us. And Pele Larson we're going to extend. He might be traded. I do like Pele Larson, but that performance in the finals was not amazing. So we're going to offer Giannis the bag as much as we can, and he is going to accept. So Davion Mitchell I want to keep around. Pele Larson I want to keep around. And then, yeah, everyone else here we can pretty much say goodbye to. So we'll make sure we sign Giannis first and foremost, and he agrees. And then let's sign our other guys. So Davion Mitchell, I'm going to give as much as we can to. We'll go, like, I guess we go 30 mil over 3 years. I think that's fine. If we want any signs, and then Pele Larson, we'll go, yeah, 6 and a bit mil over, so 18 mil, 21 mil over 3 years. Not too bad, not too bad. So now is where we really need to think about this team. So Davion Mitchell, Scottie Pippen. How was Davion Mitchell last year? Like he's okay. He's not the worst. I did want to kind of keep him because, you know, he's an OG Heat from before the Giannis trade. But Christian Anderson could develop nicely. Jalen Green, Kobe White, it's a good rotation there. Norman Powell, I think we can potentially move on from him. He's going to get hit with a lot of regression. Giannis, and then, yeah, bam. So, is there anyone that we can sign? So do we have much money? I don't think we have much money at all. Like Kyle Kuzma's here. We can reunite him with our guy Giannis. Dalton Connect wouldn't be too bad. He's normally pretty decent in this game. We can definitely offer him, like, try and poach him away from the Lakers. We can offer him a 3-year deal. He actually accepts that. Okay, cool. So that's our kind of our exception there. And like Dean Wade might not be too bad. We can offer Dean Wade a contract. He's gone back to the Cavs. Okay, so we're not offering Dean Wade a contract. Yeah, it looks like that. There's not too many. Like Trenton Wofford, Matt Kovic. Like there's a bit of size there. So let's sign Markovic as our power forward. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's any Norman Powell trades. I don't know if anyone would be interested in Norman Powell. Like, do we potentially like Norman Powell? And yeah, I don't know. We do have access to the. I think this pick goes to the Bucks, but let's have a look. So DeAndre Hunter, a lot younger. Patrick Williams, no. Jalen Tyson's a lot younger. Peyton Pritchard as a point guard. Dyson Daniels, this trade with Atlanta, like, he doesn't really score, and that 3-point percentage is yucky. Like, there are some options here. Tristan DeSilva, Najee Marshall, Drake Powell, Isaiah Collier. Like, Aaron Neesmith is interesting. Didn't really play at all last year for the Clippers, or the Pacers, sorry. Herb Jones, Julian Strother. See, Ty Jerome would be interesting. He'd be good as like a backup point guard. And then we can move on from Scottie Pippen, but we have to include a first. I don't really want to include a first. Um, yeah, the market's not great. Tamoni Kamara could be interesting if we shift him back to the small forward. He's a lot younger, and we get a first out of this. So they really want to get off this contract. Okay. We need to recoup some draft capital. Norman Powell and a second for Tamoni Kamara. We'll do that. So, thanks Blazers. We can do that. So let's move Kamara to a small forward where he actually goes up quite a bit. So happy with that. So yeah, the team next year is looking rather good. So David Mitchell, Scottie Pippen, Jalen Green, Kobe White, Kamara, Larson. Oh, and Connect is still here though. So maybe Larson. We'll see what happens with Larson. And then I think we need to sign a backup center because I don't want Avicic playing straight away. Jock Landale's probably going to regress quite a bit. Like Thomas Bryant. Sure, we'll offer Thomas Bryant a contract here. And then, yeah, we'll move on to next season and see kind of what happens. So Giannis goes down 1. Kobe White goes down 2. Dalton connects up to an 82 overall. Okay, and everyone else is kind of going up nicely. So, yeah, Scottie Pippen and Pele Larson could definitely be deadline candidates. So Wemby takes home MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to Tyron Stokes. Dejounte Murray, 6-man. Wemby the Wemby DPOY, most improved Cam Whitmore. Clutch player Devin Booker and Sean Sweeney is your coach of the year. So Giannis here on NBA first team. And that's all we're going to get. Giannis on second team too. And Christian Anderson is on rookie team. Interesting. Good numbers from the rook. Okay, cool. So we are the 3 seed again. So not enough to break through to the top, but still decent. Jalen Green, his scoring has been great. Love to see that. Connect was good too. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. You know, it is what it is. So we're going to play Indiana here. We're going to come up against Tyrese Halliburton, who's playing the 2 at the moment. And they got Isaiah Joe off the bench there in the 6-man role. Interesting. Game 1 goes to us. Let's just simulate and see what happens. Oh, okay. So it's 3-2. And okay, we're going to a game 7 here. Okay. Interesting. Let's shorten this down to an 8-man rotation. Let's see what they want to do. Yeah, I'm fine with what they want to do. So let's simcast this and kind of see what happens. So Pacers get off to a really good start. Like our defense is almost non-existent in this at the moment. And are we going to fight back? No, we're going to get eliminated in the first round. Okay. So in this sense, I feel like Giannis would probably request a trade. He would probably want out the door. So Ant and Mobley and the Timberwolves win in 4. So they just absolutely destroy. So a lot of retirees there. I think this is going to be a loaded Hall of Fame inductee class. Yeah, surely Clay gets retired, right? Or goes into the Hall of Fame, right? We're going to reject all of these and then we will move forward. So draft lottery, we're not going to own our first round pick this year. I'm pretty... Maybe we do. Maybe we do. We're going to leave... Do we leave Eric Spoelstra? I don't know. What's his ratings? I mean, his ratings are really good. So maybe it's just the team that are bad. Okay, let's go to the draft. Look, if this is not my pick, and then I apologize, but I think we're going to make a blockbuster trade here, and I'm going to figure out what that is. Jalen Green's a free agent, though. Interesting. So, Pele Larson, Jalen Green, and pick 24. No offers. Okay. What do we go? Pele Larson, Scottie Pippen's a free agent, so we can't get him. Avicic and 24. Can we get nothing? Okay. Let's just draft at those numbers then. Let's just see. Adobe Toure, Tate Kinney. None of these guys really jump out at me too much. Who was meant to go the highest? Thomas Scola? How's he fallen so far? Let's take Ryan Hampton here, sure, and then let's just take Kinney here, sure. Yeah, done it. Cool. Moving on. Rossa, Spears and Diane. Cool. Sign those guys. Team player options. We're going to bring back all of these dudes. Bam, opts in, which is fine. And then both those guys we're just going to let walk. That's completely fine. So any free agents, we just got Jalen Green. Let's overpay Jalen Green a little bit, and then we can potentially use him in a trade. So we'll go 3-year deal with a player option, and we'll go 26 mil, and Jalen Green accepts. So I'm going to keep Scottie Pippen around. Actually, we don't need Scottie Pippen anymore, so let's just move on. Sign Jalen Green. Okay, now we can look to trade Jalen Green and Pelly Larson, as much as I hate to do that. And then we can just throw in Tate Kinney as well. So, this dude seems really good. He was the 5th pick. Okay, cool. Michael Porter and Yakashona's back. Jarrett Allen, Derek White. If Derek White was like 5 years younger, I would consider that for sure. Scoot is definitely interesting. Assist numbers are really low though. Walker Kessler. Tyler Hero's on the Kings now. Do we bring Tyler Hero home? We could definitely bring Tyler Hero home. Dylan Mingo, like, is an okay player. Bring Tyler Hero home would be very interesting. OG and Miles McBride, Austin Reeves, Jalen Suggs, Gafford, Nolan Traore. How's he? Not really developing all that well. I think I'm looking for a point guard. Şengün's a 90 overall now. Mark Williams and Jovic. AJ Mitchell's an 85 overall. Kind of cooking, not going to lie. Casey Wallace, Brandon Williams, Kuminga, KP, Karshawn George. Okay. I'm going to build my own trade. Okay, how about we try and get Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Green, Pelly Larson, Tate Kinney, and Tamani Kamara. They're going to say no. What else can we throw in here? We could throw in a V6 too. And I'll throw in this Hampton guy. Sure. All this. No. Okay. They're not going to say yes. I'm pretty sure all these picks are meant to go to the Bucks. But we'll swap this pick as well. Let's see if they'll accept this. They say no. And I'll also give you this Hampton dude. They say no. Okay. All that for Tyrese Halliburton is a no. Tyrese Halliburton used to be easier to trade for. Not Joel Embiid. We don't want Joel Embiid. How about we try and get... Like, we could potentially get Fox for way less. Let's try and get Fox really quick. Tamani Kamara, Jalen Green, and Tate Kinney for Darren Fox. They say yes. Okay, cool. So we get our new point guard in the door. Let's flip Anderson over to a 2 guard. He goes up a little bit, which is cool. Save that. So now we've got Fox, Mitchell, White, Anderson, Connect, and Larson, Giannis. So we need a power forward and we need some other centers. So, damn, there's really like, give me Mamu, I guess, to be the backup for, and then Iguodaro. Sure. Yeah, give me Iguodaro here. Perfect. Anyone else want to come and play? Like, give me Derrick Jones Jr. on the minimum. And cool. Okay. Last year in charge of the Heat. Let's see if we can make this work. So Fox is up to a 90 overall, so he's happy now. Yeah, hopefully we can win this, for Giannis, man. I just want to win a championship. I feel like Fox for Green is a pretty interesting trade. I don't know who would say no right now, Spurs or Suns, but for this rebuild, we said yeah. 9 wins on this season. Wemby is your MVP. Rookie of the year goes to CJ Rossa. Darius a cuff 6-man. Wemby, Deep Boy, most improved Jared McCain, and Devin Booker is your clutch player of the year. And the Jazz general manager is the coach of the year. Interesting. So we get Giannis here on first team, and that is about it. So some of these guards I was gonna trade for Ja, but I didn't think he was gonna fit. Lucas on the Nets, like, yeah, there was so many players I was gonna try and trade for, but I just didn't. So we are the 3 seed again, man. I just don't understand. We're just the 3 seed every year. We've got a point guard now, so I was hoping that would kind of help us a little bit, but maybe there's too many mouths to feed. I don't know. Okay, so cool. We are the 3 seed. We're going up against Boston, who now have Jet Howard. They haven't really made any trades, so they're kind of the same old Boston team. So we win game 1. lose game 2, we lose game 3, man. What is wrong? As soon as we come to the finals, everything just goes downhill. So they want to start Christian Anderson now. So we win game 4, we win game 5, and we lose game 6, man. This is nuts. This is nuts. If we lose this, maybe Giannis is never going to win another championship. Maybe he sold his soul to get to the Heat, and that's all it's for. So back and forth last quarter, and we end up winning. So we're through to the second round. And wow, convenient. We draw the Bucks. Reed Shepard, Ivy, Michael Porter, Koa Pete, Khalil Ware, Kingston Flemings, interesting, Yakashonis, Rudy. That's an interesting team for sure. Like, I'm excited to rebuild the Bucks when I get to there as well. So we win game 1, we lose game 2, we lose game 3, man. Okay, so let's reset. We lose game 4. Are we really about to lose to the Bucks? Is this what Giannis's legacy is going to be? End up coming back to the second round just to lose to the Bucks? Man, that's nuts. They have a huge third quarter. This is insane. This is insane.